some storylines coming out of training camp. One of them was a quote from Patrick Mahomes that I saw on the Sports Illustrated Instagram. Sports Illustrated at one point was considered to be all AI, all fake, not real humans.
That's right.
But Sports Illustrated, I think, did that to move on and kind of turn a page into a new chapter, maybe. Some similar people that have worked at Sports Illustrated are still there. They seem to be just moving. Like, I thought Sports Illustrated's call for demise was grotesquely early.
Oh, yeah.
They were dead, remember?
Yeah.
They're not.
No more magazines.
They are still very good at accumulating info, putting it out quickly. And this quote here from Patrick Mahomes was obviously something that you have to look at and think to yourself, damn, I wish Patrick Mahomes was our quarterback. Not necessarily. I think we do a great job of managing my money to be able to pay me a lot of money and keep a good team around me. It's about having good dialogue, good communication with front office and with ownership. And it's like that is what I think every fan base is hoping that their quarterback will do. Whenever these new deals come up with how big they are and how much of the salary cap is being eaten up by one particular player, every fan base is like, well, you take a little less money, we can get you a left tackle so you don't get hit as much, maybe stay a little safer. We can maybe invest in a running back, which will maybe load the box a little bit that opens up our wide receivers that we don't really have the best ones, could make your life better. We can maybe load up on the defense if we're able to save. Let's say we're able to cost $7 million each year. We can pick up a very good defensive player that can help our team later in the season, maybe get another win. Wins are good for you. Wins are good for everybody. You always thought that conversation would be able to happen. Tom Brady seemingly did this, and he would adjust his contract every single year. Before salary cap gymnastics were a thing, Bill Belichick was doing it up in New England with Tom Brady, where they would give him the total amount of what his yearly contract was as a signing bonus, and everybody was like, Tom Brady's such a good guy. He's taking a pay cut. No, he's taking all the money right now, as opposed to over a 17-week season back whenever it was 16 games. Patrick Mahomes has done the exact same thing. Long contract. It was good value whenever he signed it. $430 million or something like that, which is obviously an incredible amount of money to play quarterback in the NFL. But with where the contracts are at quarterback, everybody knows Patrick should be pissed. You got a lot of guys that have never won a playoff game making the amount of money that every other quarterback is going to hope and want to have. He's obviously in the middle of leading a dynasty and already being compared to Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Montana, Steve, you name it. And he's only 27 years old. So if he wanted to be an asshole about this entire thing, he could go on and say, give me $60 million. I would like 60. Trevor Lawrence just got $55 million. Give me $65 million. Give me $75 million.
Sure, 100.
You know what? $150 million is what I want. He could do that if he wants to. Instead, he's very understanding of seemingly let's build this team up. Xavier Worthy's a rookie who's just seemingly going to do great for him. And we're in the middle of a dynasty and he understands it. I respect it. I appreciate it. Not everybody's able to do it, going to do it and everything like that. But the fact that Patrick Mahomes does it, and then you watch quarterback and he's like the coolest guy of all time, there's 31. Can we find a Patrick Mahomes? There's not a lot of them. And there won't ever be another one of them. And it's a beautiful thing. Mentally, physically, everything, he has it deep.
Yeah, obviously the Patriots got lucky when they drafted Brady, and you mentioned how he handled his deals and his money. Obviously, gave the team the freedom to build around it. But it's a dream come true. When you draft for an organization, when you draft a guy like this, and the first thing he's thinking about is legacy, obviously his actions show that. Like, the next year after he did his deal, people were already talking about he was underpaid. As soon as people started crossing that $50 million a year threshold, he was severely underpaid. But he sees the big picture. He knows he wants to continue to win championships. That's all he talks about. He wants to three-peat. So if you're an organization, you love this. Obviously, if you're the union, if you're other quarterbacks around, you obviously want the top guy to continue to reset that market, drive it up higher and higher. But, I mean, if you're a Chiefs fan, man, obviously, we talked about this year, defense, how they've built the team around. Now, Hunt and that family, if this is the case, your quarterback is doing that, let's make the facilities a little nice.
F minus.
Yeah, let's not be F. Let's at least get in the C's, B range, and make it a place that your guys enjoy coming to and working. They're obviously busting their ass and winning championships, but I love this from Mahomes. Like you said, everybody can't do it. Everybody ain't able. But the fact that he's doing it, I mean, the guys that are in that locker room with him suiting up, they're gonna run through a wall for him.
His dad being a professional athlete, I think, is a big part of this.
Yeah.
Yep.
I legitimately think that's the case. Not just because, whatever the case, comfort-wise, while growing up, but it's like just being around.
Yeah.
Just being around clubhouse, being around being around professional sports, being around what life is like when your team's bad and when your team is good. I think that's a big eye-opener.
Oh, yeah.
I was very fortunate that as soon as I get to West Virginia, Pat White got there as well, and Steve Slayton, and we just won. Like we just won until I messed a lot of it up. But we would just win. So my football experience was like win. Then my rookie year, I get to the Indianapolis Colts. We didn't lose until we chose to lose. And that's not because of me. I just happened to be on the team.
Shoot.
It was just undefeated. And then we go all the way to Super Bowl. So, like, my football experience was just like, well, we win. Like, that is just how it goes. Then 2 years after that, we almost go completely defeated. And boy, life whenever football was going good was so much better than whenever football was going bad. That was like my first experience, other than those missed kicks against Pitt, which was like the worst moments of my life after that. But like football, family, building, culture, fans, city, state, whole thing. That year where we were almost completely defeated was the first time I've really experienced that. Winning. And it's like, I think whenever you grow up in that too, it's like, hey, how's family when you're winning? How's like everything whenever you're winning versus when you're losing? And the fact that that is kind of seemingly balanced in with his decision, with his commitment, with how rich he is.
Yeah.
And it's like all comes together. It's a perfect situation for them over there. And Travis Kelce's somehow getting younger.
Sport is weird, man, because you got to, like, obviously strike when you get a chance, and you got to be lucky as well. Because, like, Patrick Mahomes coming out as I don't know what his high school career was, but, like, coming out of Texas Tech, like, he wasn't known as this, like, great winner, like Michael Jordan, and, like, Dabo was calling Deshaun Watson. Andy Reid, he was known as the coach that couldn't really win the big one. You know, he would get to obviously win the NFC Championship, wouldn't win the Super Bowl, and then they get together, and they could be one of the most dominant, franchises when it's all said and done. So you got to strike when it's hot, and they obviously got the guy and they're doing all the right things.
And be who you can afford to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Patrick knows, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow to any of us? Who knows what's going to happen right in 10 minutes to any of us? Legitimately, seemingly more now than ever, that thought should be running through people's minds, like younger ages of having things happen and like just seemingly chaos.
Oh, yeah? It's madness.
I mean, it's seemingly chaos. So Patrick Mahomes understanding that, like, the way he plays, the style in which he plays, the legacy in which he already has, and his career is seemingly going to go as long as he wants it. As long as Patrick Mahomes wants his career to go, especially after watching Tom, after watching what Aaron's doing. Aaron's 40 years old right now, still playing, still spinning it, still feeling really good. The way he takes care of his body, now people mock the way his body is constructed.
Naturally.
And that's rude.
Sure.
That is very, he didn't choose that.
No.
He didn't choose the way his body's constructed. But the way the science and everything, he could play for another 15 years. He knows that.
Yeah.
And with the way it's going, it's like adding that into the deciding factor of how much he takes too. It's like, what a situation in Kansas City. In the home of the Chiefs.